Next up, we have Michel Rivera and Jose Luis Gallegos. And let's take a look at our tale of the tape. Gentlemen, what stands out to you?
Well, Rivera has been a 16-0, 10 knockouts, undefeated, longer reach. Height's the same, but I like that reach. It's not a little difference, it's a significant difference. And of course, 10 knockouts and 16 wins shows he's a good puncher.
That reach is huge. I got to state it. As a big guy, anytime we can use our advantage of whether it be 2 inches, 3 inches, I think on that screen we were showing that was about 7 different inch reach there. That's something I like to see out of Rivera tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, the action continues here in Bakersfield, California, as we have 8 rounds in the lightweight division, brought to you by TGB Promotions and sponsored by MGM Resorts and Brooklyn Boxing. Your 3 judges scoring this bout at ringside will be Ralph McKnight, Dr. Lou Moret, and Alejandro Rochi. And the referee in charge when the bell sounds is Marcos Rosales. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he comes in wearing the white and gold, weighing in officially at 136 3/4 pounds. His record stands at 16 wins, 12 of those coming by way of knockout against 7 losses. Fighting on our right here in Bakersfield, California, by way of Chicago, Illinois. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Jose Luis Relámpago Gallegos. And across the ring, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. He comes in wearing the gold and white, weighing officially at 136 pounds. His record is undefeated, 16 wins, 10 of those coming by way of a knockout. Fighting out of West Miami, Florida, by way of the Dominican Republic. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing damas y caballeros, presentando Michel La Zarza Rivera.
Todo está bien. This is good, okay? I've already gone over the rules. Obey my rules at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Buena suerte.
Michel Rivera, just 21 years of age. This is the second time he is fighting here in the United States. First time fighting here in California. Defeated Rene Giron in June back in Iowa. And there is quite a bit of enthusiasm for Rivera. Stylistically, they feel he has all the skills, but also he has the flamboyant ring attire similar to that of Jorge Maromero Paez, a former Mexican world champion.
Or Hector Camacho, Macho Camacho, who was a star of the early 80s during my time.
Former great Puerto Rican champion, may he rest in peace, Hector Camacho, but Michel Rivera coming out, and we'll see if his ring attire, if his performance can stand up to how flamboyant his ring attire is.
I like to see how this plays out. I love the ring attire. I'm not liking the fact that neither one of these guys have a drip of sweat on them. With all the experience they got, you think there would be a lot more of a shakeout in the locker room.
You hope that they've warmed up enough. A lot of times, guys are sweat, but when you put the robe on, it absorbs the sweat. I'm not saying that's the case here, because like you said, we dripping from their face. But that's, when the body, a lot of people say, the body's dry. Well, you soon put on a robe, it absorbs the sweat.
Rivera starting off with a strong jab, tall. We saw Jose Luis Gallegos back in June on the prelims here on FS2. Lost to Jack Tabora. He's in the midst of a 3-fight losing streak. But he says that, he knows that Rivera's undefeated, likes to fight on the outside, but his mission is to press the issue and be aggressive the entire fight.
Well, he's going to have to. That's the only shot he got. You stand in the middle, don't say, don't box a boxer, you don't punch with a puncher. You stand in the middle with this guy and give him the chance to create his distance and space. He's going to pick you apart. He's got to close the distance and make it a dogfight.
Now right hand backing up Gallegos, and Dominic Rivera's camp, they know that Gallegos is going to be aggressive for the first few rounds, but then they claim that he fades in the middle rounds.
Yeah, Gallegos has proven to fade in the middle rounds. In this situation, I think it's a big test for Rivera to establish his reach and use that jab, whether he's popping it to the head or stabbing it to the body.
During our fighter meetings, what impressed me about Michel Rivera, the 21-year-old, is his ability to learn English. He spoke to us in English as much as he could, and he says the reason why he's learning English is because he wants to be a crossover star here in the United States.
Well, that's the only way to become a crossover star. A lot of guys that could have, Julio Chavez would have been a bigger star if he spoke English. Canelo would be a bigger star if he spoke English.
Ray, I love you to death, but in this broadcast, never speak any ill will of Julio Cesar Chavez, my favorite fighter.
No, I
beg your pardon. I'm just
but if you'd have spoke English, you'd know what to say to Roberto Duran.
Yeah, no question about it. Michel Rivera and Jose Luis Gallegos mix it up in the early going.
I'm liking what's going on here. Just to chime in on that bilingual, the fact that Rivera can both do English and Spanish is a beautiful thing. But tonight's all about boxing. I want him to speak boxing.
Stop on the bell.
Well, he's speaking boxing with his jab, piston-like jab, and that's the end of the first. We'll come back with the second right after this. Well, he's fighting in prime time here on FS1, gentlemen. Saturday night prime time. Gotta love it. Prelims, though, with Michel Rivera and Jose Luis Gallegos. Gentlemen, what did you see? What was your observation from that first round?
First round was the boxing ability, the speed of, from Rivera. He's the better, obviously, more of a classic boxer, straight up and down, hook hands. Gallegos is just a rough, tough guy. Oh!
Big left hook for Rivera. Gallegos isn't coming forward with as much gusto as he would like, largely in part to the heavy hands of Rivera.
I think Rivera's doing a great job of establishing the jab right now, and everything else is working off of it. Whether it be a body shot, the big left hook that we just saw.
Oh!
Big left hook cracking Gallegos. Rivera going to the body. We'll see if Gallegos can fight out of this and can keep his faculties about him. Big uppercut followed by a right. Rivera teeing off on Gallegos. Another one.
No question of heart about Gallegos. Showed a ton of heart, but he's taking some bad shots laying on the ropes. You gotta get off the ropes.
Big right hand, but Gallegos has a granite chin so far. 100 seconds left here in the second.
He's getting killed to the body.
Yeah, Gallegos is taking the ball. He's taking the ball upstairs and downstairs. I don't think he sees that right now.
Rivera is connecting on 57% of his punches. He is pummeling Gallegos here in the second.
Listen, Gallegos got to get off the ropes. He's got to keep moving.
Left hook to the body as Gallegos trying to figure out another game plan.
What Gallegos is trying to do is trying to counter when Rivera goes to the body, counter to the head.
Rivera going downstairs to the body.
He's trading headshots for body shots.
Well, they said that Rivera could be something special. So far, he is passing the eye test as he is targeting the body and hammering away upon Gallegos.
Rivera is really impressing me here. He's not only throwing body shots in the ring, when he's got his opponent against the ropes, he's doing it center ring. He's doing it off of the jab. He's changing levels. He hit the body, coming up to the head, and then going back down to the body. I like it.
Well, you know what they say. Gallegos is a guy what they call double tough. He's double tough in there, man. He's got hit with everything, and he's still coming back.
Gallegos, big right hand for the Bakersfield resident. Gallegos is one tough hombre, I'll tell you that. My goodness, has he been lit up by Rivera here in the second.
Good shot! He stunned Rivera at the moment. He stunned him at that moment.
And that's the end of the second. We got a fun one on our hands. Michel Rivera teeing up on the body of Gallegos. Boom! Oh my! How about eating that left hook upstairs? But then the body work of Rivera clearly on display as the prelims and this jarring uppercut. Whoop! Oh my goodness, almost separating the neck from the head of Gallegos. We'll come back with more prelims on FS2.
Right here, boom. Look at this shot. Oh, man, right on top of the head. Again, those are the punches that mess up your equilibrium. And he stunned Rivera at that moment.
Round number 3 has begun. Rivera landed 42 power punches in the second. Gallegos has landed 19 punches the entire fight. Talk about a disparity numerically.
But if I'm Gallegos, that last 10 seconds gives me a lot of confidence. I heard him, I stunned him. But you got to jump on him, man. He's waiting, he's trying to counter. You're not going to counter a guy like Rivera and be successful too often.
At this point, I think Gallegos has seen everything Rivera can bring to him. It's Rivera's job at this point to now throw punches and punches as he's doing and continue to bring on the pressure. We got a very durable guy in Gallegos here.
Gallegos steps up with a left hook. Dominic, do you feel like Gallegos is being willed on and he is performing, the adrenaline's pumping more because he's fighting here in front of the hometown fans?
Oh, you better believe it. He definitely woke up this morning and said he's got something to prove, and he knows he's got a granite chin. He knows he can take a shot. At the same time, friends, family, and everybody else that you know shows up in the arena, you got to show them something they haven't seen yet, and that's what he plans on doing.
For me, just watching right now, it's a little bit of a pick-me-up for Gallegos, that he's coming forward and he was backing the other guy for a moment. Now they switch, but he can't lay down ropes. Cannot do that. When he's in the center ring, he's at his best.
We're in round number 3, coming up on the midway point of the 3rd. Michel Rivera, 21 years of age, looking to back up Jose Luis Gallegos.
There might be a method to his madness because he keeps backing up, trying to set traps for Rivera. Rivera might fall into one because he's winding up with his punches. And that's when Gallegos sneaks a short shot inside. Just like that.
I gotta believe you're correct on that one, Ray. Gallegos is an experienced fighter. His last time out, he did set some traps. He was in a war as well. But going back on his back foot, he does a great job.
Oh!
That one punch that can be devastating.
Under a minute left here in the 3rd. The fans applauding and cheering on Jose Luis Gallegos, who is clearly the underdog against the unbeaten prospect in Michel Rivera.
I like the fact that even though he's coming...
Might be a clutch.
No. Yeah, but you can't stop. The referee's the only one who can stop it.
There are no timeouts now. Rivera taking advantage of that momentary lapse in action.
Big body shots. Great right uppercut.
Stop! Break!
Michel Rivera, originally from the Dominican Republic, said he looked up to Juan Guzman, the 2-division world champion. As he was growing up, he feels like he could be the next great champion from the Dominican Republic.
Oh, he's a good-looking fighter, man. This kid's not declining.
There's a big right hand, snapping the head back of Gallegos. Another one as we near the end of round 3.
Tenemos que reaccionar, controla
Control.
la situación, no te vayas a las cuerdas porque es donde te van a...
No, don't go to the corners. And here's the headbutt, gentlemen.
Yeah, see, that, believe me, I understand. I've been there. I know it. But you can't turn your back and walk away. Only the referee. That's part of the deal. That's part of the game.
Yeah, you definitely. Anytime you feel like you've been hit with an elbow, a headbutt in this case, you never want to stop it. And Rivera, from experience, should have jumped right on top of Gallegos there.
We are into the 4th round, and now curious to see what's going on.
Come on. This guy wants to fight. He showed a ton of heart.
Good. Okay, here we go.
I'm always about fighter safety, but I was very perplexed as to why they looked at Gallegos. Gallegos hasn't been knocked down in the fight not one time.
Or in the middle, beginning of the round. Why wouldn't you go between rounds? Go see how he's doing.
There's a giant welt on the forehead of Gallegos, so that is why. And now Rivera going on the attack, but back comes Gallegos.
Oh, okay, I see it now. Yeah, that's when they banged heads. That's when they banged heads.
And we see a very big knot. And gentlemen, would you believe that Rivera's averaging throwing 90 punches around? My goodness, that's almost triple digits.
Oh, I love this kid. I mean, this kid can fight. But you know what? Gallegos type of guy takes your heart away. After you hit him so many times, you just try to beat him the easiest way. I think Rivera's just got to beat him the easiest way. Keep doing what he's doing. Just box him. Just do what he's doing now.
I think Rivera Rivera picks up his jab here. He started off great in the first opening round. He was stabbing at both head and body. Right now, it looks like he's just pawing it out there a little bit, kind of looking to see what Gallegos' reaction is. At the same time, I think Gallegos is taking everything he's throwing and saying, come on, bring some more.
Yeah, Rivera started out strong, threw a lot of punches, and exerted a lot of energy. So now he's trying to pace himself a little bit. This is the time where Gallegos got to pick up the pace and push it right here.
And Gallegos has got to make Rivera uncomfortable, and he hasn't done it over the course of an extended period of time at any point of the fight.
No, he absolutely got Keep backing up. I would stay there, make it a dogfight. Make it a dogfight. You're in good shape. You've taken the best that this guy could offer. Make it a dogfight.
It is. At one point, you've got to stick your foot in the ground and say, listen, I'm coming forward. I'm not going back. Gallegos has got to make that decision. We're 4 rounds in now, and he's got to make a decision.
For Rivera, this is his 3rd fight here in 2019. And Rivera with a sweepy left hook and a right hand to the body. Big right hand upstairs as well for the 21-year-old out of the Dominican Republic.
I'd like to see Rivera set up things more. He looks like he's swinging for the fence every time he goes to the body, as well as the big left hook. Maybe if he settles back and he kind of gets into his skin a little bit more, establishes his jab, and sets things up a little bit cleaner.
Well, guys, it's no different than football. You can't always get the deep pass and that big 20 to 30-yard completion. You got to be able to run the ball a few times. It's okay to throw a check down every once in a while for 3 or 4 yards.
What I'm noticing right now, Dominic, correct me if I'm wrong. What I'm seeing now is Rivera starting to bully him. Starting to bully Gallegos, pushing against ropes. He's starting to...
Big right hand. That caught the chin of Gallegos.
He's starting to bully him around.
He's definitely bullying him.
Gallegos is starting to take a beating back at the hands of Michel Rivera. And that is the end of, and there's that big, oh my goodness. And here is some of the power punching from Michel Rivera. Oh my, right on the chin. And oh my goodness. Welcome back here to Fight Night Prelims here on FS1 PBC Fight Night. There is Jose Luis Gallegos, the big knot on his forehead due to an accidental clash of heads. Michel Rivera in total control. And Marcos Vegas, our unofficial scorer, what do you think?
Yeah, right, let me tell you, this kid, Michel Rivera, has some of the most seamless work from head to body in terms of scoring. He's way ahead in this fight, 40-36, but he needs to be careful because he is keeping his hands down, and Gallegos, he has 12 knockouts to his record. He could end up catching him with something and maybe even stunning him and putting him down.
No, Ray, Dominic, what bewildered me is in the corner, they got ice on his stomach, but nothing on the head. He's got the egg on his head. He's got the hematoma on his head, and no ice was applied to it.
I noticed that.
Oh,
maybe his trainer thought he's taking a little bit too much damage to his midsection, so he put the ice on his midsection.
God, come on,
Put the ice on the knot, right?
Well, conceivably, that would be the thought process for Rivera. They're going right back to work, clubbing away and battering Jose Luis Gallegos.
That's to play that black glove, which he did, but you gotta keep fighting, man.
Referee in charge, Marcos Rosales, watching the action intently. Gallegos still fighting hard, but he is getting beaten up in that ring.
No, but he's got a lot of heart. He's in control. He hasn't been really hurt. He's got a great chin that hit some big shots early in the fight. And he's still, look, he's stumbling. He's moving good. I just like to see him get off the ropes.
Now, the one thing he is doing wrong now is laying on the ropes.
That's it.
You can't do anything from the ropes. You can't beat him. You can't beat him. He's there again. Every time he goes to the ropes, he's taking body shot after body shot. And Rivera's exploiting.
But Ray, he's riding with them shots. He's blocking a lot of them on the elbows. But he's got to throw something back and keep the guy off of you.
The trainer of Jose Luis Gallegos a couple rounds ago, Jose Lopez, told him, stay away from the corners. Stay in the middle of that ring. Do not go to the corners and have your back against the ropes.
To me, he's more successful when he's in the center ring. Down by Gallegos. I'd make the guy, I'd catch him, push him back, man. Block his punches, stick out a jab, push him back.
It's almost like Rivera knows that I can back him up in the ropes and then I'll work.
There it is, good counter right there.
Under a minute left here in the 5th round between Rivera Rivera, who is undefeated, and Jose Luis Gallegos, who is looking to snap a 3-fight losing streak. Gallegos has withstood some big punches from Rivera. And Gallegos languishing on the ropes. Taste the left hook upstairs.
Yeah, Gallegos is going to be there on the ropes. He's got to look to counter. He can't look to block and then move. He's got to look to counter.
There's a right uppercut, snapping back the head of Gallegos.
This would have guys a little tough, too tough for his own good.
And that's the end of the 5th, as this is all Michel Rivera, the trainer of Rivera.
No está contestando. El vato está encima.
Why do you stand in front of him?
Si no te la paro, yo te lo va a parar el refri ahorita. Échale, te voy a dar chance este round nomás.
I'm going to give you this round only, and that's it.
Se acabó.
Give him some water.
¿Okay?
Drink it.
Stop. Está agarrando mucho.
Está agarrando mucho. Nomás este round. A ver cómo se mira. Ya. No.
Look at how he's looking. No.
Stop.
Te digo,
Está agarrando mucho, lo está golpeando mucho.
He's hurting you a lot.
He's hit you too goddamn hard. That's it. No, you were hit too much. No, not that headbutt. But he's hitting you in that head too much. You're getting too much damage. Not responding.
give me one more round.
No.
So this fight is over.
Esta madre se llama madrazo.
Referee in charge, Marcos Rosales, had a conversation with Jose Luis Gallegos and told him you're taking too much punishment to the head, and I'm not even going to give him another round. Ray and Dominic, do you agree with the stoppage?
Look, I'd like to see the kid finish on his feet, give him the opportunity to finish on his feet. A lot of people, I know this, watching, I don't say he's taking too much damage. He did the right thing. I think you gotta give him the opportunity. He still wants to fight. Let him fight.
And look at Gallegos' reaction. He said no. He goes, what are you doing?
Gallegos wanted to continue this fight. I think the referee made a smart decision by stopping it. He's taking a lot of damage. We're not seeing any change from round to round.
But here's playing devil's advocate, Dominic. You have to let him have another round. Let's listen in to the referee.
I'm not going to let you take that kind of punishment. Get in the corner.
So Marcos Rosales said, I'm not going to let you take that much punishment. But again, getting back to our point, gentlemen, I would have given him another round. You have to let him go out on his shield. It didn't look like the punishment was that bad to warrant the stoppage.
Not at that point. The only thing I'd say you could give the referee credit for is because of the hematoma on the head. That could be dangerous. That's a dangerous situation. It's a blood. It's a, where underneath this kid is filled with blood. That bothers me. But other than that,
hematoma you're talking about, right?
Yeah, the hematoma on his head.
So I gotta disagree that the headbutt happened early in the fight. He had 5 rounds to prove to the referee that he was gonna fight back. He was gonna counter. He was gonna set up his own establishment. At this point, Rivera won that with a landslide from the opening round to the end bell there, and it was punishment after punishment for Gallegos.
But however the case may be, Michel Rivera remains undefeated, 17-0 here tonight. As the referee stops it, he remains perfect. Welcome back to PBC Fight Night Prelims here on FS2. Jose Luis Gallegos obviously not happy. That man, Michel Rivera, delighted with the stoppage. Here's how it all played out.
Oh, it just over the course of the fight, too many hard shots. But he got a great chin. You know what? Yeah, people say, oh, he was getting hit with too many of them. But he was still there. And he wasn't wobbling. He wasn't staggering. That was the one that bothered me.
Yeah.
That hematoma on his head was the one that bothers me the most.
Yeah, that headbutt in the 3rd round was devastating. But Rivera did a great job of.
A ver cómo se mira. No. One more.
Está agarrando mucho.
You heard the corner say, hey, we're good. And they were absolutely stunned that they stopped the fight. And here are the punch stats.
I mean, the punch stats showed, look, we knew he was behind. That's not the question. Could he finish the fight? That's the question. And I thought he showed a lot of heart and a lot of will. And, people say sometimes the fighter's too much heart for his own good. But, yeah, I understand it. But you got to give, as a fighter, you got to give him a chance to finish on his feet.
Gallegos has a granite chin. That doesn't mean that he had to use it all tonight. He did take a lot of punishment in that fight, whether it be the body shots or the big right and left hooks. Rivera did a great job of establishing himself tonight and put punches and bunches in it, and it paid off.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee in charge, Marcos Rosales, deems Jose Luis Gallegos unable to continue heading into the 6th round for your winner by technical knockout and still undefeated, Michel La Salsa Rivera. So, gentlemen, what did we learn from Michel Rivera?
Oh, he's a kid on the climb. This kid's a good prospect. He's going to be a headache for anybody in that division in the near future.